Hey guys, it's your girl Lex here, and today I have a whole new project for you, and that is something called WaterColor coasters. Now, these are some examples of ones I've made in the past. They are these little porcelain tile coasters that are super adorable, really easy, and actually fairly cheap to make. They make great little gifts for a friend, for a housewarming gift, or for you if you'd like some new coasters with a little pizzazz and you can say you made them yourself. They're super easy, and I thought it'd be a really fun thing for me to show you kind of the tricks of the trade in a sense of how to make these. So let's get started. All right, so to begin working on this project, I suggest that you work on a flat surface like a table, and make sure that you cover that surface with a piece of paper, scraps, newspaper, anything you can find to make sure you don't damage the table itself. Next, what we're going to need are 4 by 4 inch porcelain tiles that can be picked up at your neighborhood Lowe's, Home Depot, any really hardware or supply store. They're really nice, they're pretty cheap, anywhere from 88 cents to $2 a piece. I suggest getting anywhere from 4 to 6 tiles to make a complete coaster set. An eyedropper, felt pads for the bottom of the coasters so when you're done you're not scratching your tables and surfaces, paper towels, Sharpies. Now these Sharpies are what are actually going to be making the color on your items and on your coasters. So make sure you pick colors that go well together. Either go with the color scheme of your home, maybe if you're giving them as a gift, colors that your friend likes, or things that you want to experiment with and kind of mix new colors. Just make sure that you're really happy with the choices that you pick. And lastly, the key ingredient is rubbing alcohol. This is what's going to actually be making the watercolor pattern on your coasters. All right, now that we've got all our supplies, let's get started. So on this particular coaster, I'm going to go ahead and just draw a bunch of squiggles, kind of going all over the tile, maybe getting some more concentrated color in some areas, reaching around. And then introducing some other colors. I'm going to introduce some blue in here, some of this navy. Now sometimes there can be a specific rhyme or reason. In this case, I'm just kind of trying to create some concentration of color and kind of vary it up a little bit. Throw in a little bit of Now the nice thing about this is that if you end up getting a design that you don't like, it's really easy to fix and to start over. So you're not having to worry about, oh, I ruined this tile, I don't like how it turned out, now I don't know what I'm gonna do with it. Now that that's done, we're going to let this dry for a few minutes. Now that those first coasters have begun to dry, you can go ahead and start to begin to dry the rubbing alcohol onto the coasters themselves. And you're going to take your eyedropper and dip it in the rubbing alcohol, and you're going to drop little splashes of the rubbing alcohol onto the coaster. And as you can see that, as it goes on, it distorts and begins to break down the properties of the Sharpie itself. And the cool part is that if you end up not liking the watercolor design, you can actually use the rubbing alcohol, squirt a whole bunch of it on here, take a paper towel and wipe it off and start all over again. sometimes I like to tap the color that's not really moving to kind of help break up what is left of the Sharpie. It also helps that then you don't actually see the process and the lines that were created and drawn. Usually just use one finger and tap lightly. Don't rub, because it'll tend to disperse the color in an unappealing way and kind of break up the natural aspects of it. Take this and we're going to let this dry for a series of at least an hour. Once your coasters are done drying, there's really only 2 steps left. Take your coasters and make sure you put your little felt footies on the bottom so you don't scratch your tables and surfaces. Lastly, pour yourself a drink and enjoy your new coasters. See you next time.